What's up, everybody? Dirtbag Gaming here, the channel for casual raiders. I appreciate you clicking on the video. Today is going to be a little bit special video. We're actually going to do two champions in one video, which I've never done before. But I've been on this kick of faction wars and rare champions and trying to see what's good, what's not good, what's going to help you out in Faction Wars 21. And today we're going to go over two champions. One of them is going to be this guy right here, Haurspex. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's a really cool guy, Void, Rare, Lizardmen champion. And the second one is obviously going to be Skullsworn. So we're going to pair this up. I'm doing Faction Wars 21 included in this video. We're going to do a separate Faction Wars 21 video later. But this one we're going to go over these two champions and kind of showing them off in Faction Wars 21. So if you clicked on the video, if you like Raid Shadow Legends, hit the subscribe button. We're giving away a free count takeover. We're doing it every month. But we're going to compare first this support champion right here. So we're going to go over Haruspex. This guy, I'm not sure when he came out. Pretty cool looking guy. He's got two axes, but he's a support champion. Now, what makes him really good is he's actually a reser. So Lizardman has a lot of good people, like a lot of good champions in their kit. So being able to like choose which ones you gotta. I mean, I guess they don't really have a lot of champions, but they have a lot of good champions, which is good. This guy is freaking huge right now with Doom Tower, but I don't have him. Let's get back to this guy. This guy reses. So anytime you have a reser in Faction Wars, it makes it a lot easier. Just because you can really like build the reser super tanky, build more DPS, build them all up in speed, stuff like that. So this guy, we're going to compare him with Broadmaw, because everybody can get Broadmaw in Fusion. He is an epic champion. Void, if you fuse him, you got him. If you have two of them, cool. But he's got also res, but it revives two people, 25% HP, and places a block damage buff on them for one turn. Now, it's a 7-turn cooldown. You need to book it all the way down to get a 5-turn cooldown. This guy is a rare who you can also get down to a 5-turn cooldown with rare books. So there you go. He brings a speed aura in arena, so if you're newer to the game and you see this guy, you can actually use him as your aura champion to kind of start off. So if you're already newer and you have him, you can start building him up and use him in Faction Wars 21 later. He also has a fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%, and plays a 15% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. That goes down to a 3-turn cooldown. Let's go back to Broadmaw. Plays a 30% crit rate buff and a 15% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns, down to 3-turn cooldown. So there you go. You're kind of like comparing the two. He has percentage, but look at the books. Like, you're spending epic books on I'm going to say a crappy champion instead of just spending rare books on this champion. So this guy definitely helped out in Faction Wars all the way up to 21. I'm going to show you off in Faction Wars later on. He's got an A1 that actually puts a poison up, 2.5% poison, but he attacks 2 times, so it could be good in like Fire Knight, stuff like that. Each head has a 15% chance of placing a 2.5% poison, but he's obviously going to be both because it's a rare. He's going to boost up the turn meter and put a speed up. So he's good. Like if you use him as a support champion, let's say you don't have a pop carry or something like that, bring this guy in. He's a reser. He fills up the turn meter, stuff like that. Like, he's a cool champion. Look at his base speed too. What's Broadmaw's base speed? Look at that. He's beating Broadmaw's base speed. 105 base speed is insane for a rare. So okay stats, okay HP. Actually pretty good HP, okay stuff, but 105 base speed. That is awesome. So we're going to show him off at level 50 today. Nothing crazy. Just kind of show you what he's good at. And then the second champion we're going to be going over is Skullsworn. Now, while I'm going over Skullsworn, you might not use Skullsworn, but I have him in a very, very tanky build because I want him to be hit. So that way my champion up here, SkullLord, can res him every single turn. So if you don't have SkullLord, I'm sorry. I can't really, say don't use them or use them, but if you do have them, always level up this guy, especially for Faction Wars. But this guy has attack one enemy 2 times, has a 20% chance to place an extra hit, plays a 30% increased speed buff on this champion for 2 turns, also a counterattack buff, and fills the champion's segment by 15% on critical hits. So basically, you want him to be attacked. He's just going to keep going. You want him for the faction crypts also because it's a 13% aura for speed, so you guys are just going so fast. So again, we're just going to go back to the end. I'll show you off my Haurspex build. Get out of all this. Go into my champions. Like I said, they're at level 50 because this is all you need to build them up. So we had him in a shield set. Before I got SkullLord. We had him in the shield set because I wanted him to have a ton of HP and just bring the shield set to the team. But instead, we kind of just like switched it out. I took that one set, put it on the other guy. So this is kind of what he's at, and it still works. So it's not the best gear. Look at that: 12, 12, 16, 12, 12, 12. And then we have HP with this. He doesn't need a ton of accuracy because you're not really relying on the 2.5% poisons. You really just want him as much speed and defense and HP as possible. This one, HP with HP and defense rolls, so it's a green ring. But we have a 4-star boot because I didn't want to waste 5 or 6-star boots on him. But if you have it and you're trying to get through faction wars, use it. But we got defense and HP percentages. Then we have a shield set, HP with defense percentages, and then HP with random crit damages. Probably could be like defense percentages and speed. But I probably used I probably took it off of this guy and brought somebody else because I already did Lizardmen. The shield, we have speed, HP, speed, defense, and speed, and that's it. So speed. So his total stats right now is 193. It's not the craziest. Like if you were to bring him and he's like your only reser, like just make him as fast as possible. 38,000 HP. He's not getting attacked because of our dude. Right. This guy has better gear. He's got the defense with 18 speed. He's got defense boots because I don't care about him doing damage. I just want him to take the hit with speed. We have defense, HP, HP defense, and speed, and a little bit of HP. But then we have defense and defense. So these are the stuff. His total is 2,390 defense as a level 50 rare champion, 140 speed, and 21,000. So I want him to have the least amount of HP on the team. Why? Is because I want him to take the hit. So he has to have a crap ton of defense. Obviously he's booked out, but his masters, I want him to just be tanky. So just get the defense. You can go all the way down the defense tree. Just get him a little bit more tanky. And maybe the HP tree. Like if you don't, I don't have him do damage at all. So I would just go HP right here. No, you don't want HP. I'm sorry. You want defense and then just have him do crit damage, and that's really all you need. If he dies, you have people resin. That's literally all he's going to do. Is he's literally the punching bag of Lizardmen. Alright, so why we're talking about him is because SkullLord, right here, has a passive that reses the Skullsworn whenever he dies. So every time SkullLord goes and your other dude is dead, he's going to res him up automatically. I usually save his res in case somebody good dies. If you put this on auto, he's going to res the Skullsworn instead. So you want to do it on manual in the faction wars. But that is what we got going on. So we have a video. I'm going to show you the video of him running through faction wars 21 and 20 to kind of show you what he's there to do. Let's start this video up. So here we go. So this is the boss. It's nothing crazy. It's not too hard. It's really just like the lower, less HP he has, the faster he goes. He does have a turn meter manipulation, so you basically can decrease the turn meter. But Rosin obviously is going to help out a lot in the waves. So there you go. He puts up he runs in. He can put up a counterattack on himself. The leader. You want him in there for the speed aura. But the guy Haruspex all the way to the left. He's just kind of chilling. He's there. He's boosting up the turn meters. He's around 200 speed, but he's not getting attacked. If you ever see anybody attack, like this team is pretty fast, but if you ever see anybody get attacked, it's always going after the main guy. So then we clear this wave pretty easily. And then we get to the second wave. So I did this on manual just to kind of like make sure we got everything good to go for the final boss. He's got a decreased attack, which is great. We want to kill the middle guy so he doesn't put up the block damage. Alright, so there you go. Reverse, boost the speed, boost the turn meter, so everybody goes lapping these ads. You definitely kind of need it for the final boss, because the final boss is very fast, especially when his turn meter goes down. So there you go. Haurspex went twice, did there once. So basically his 4-turn skill gets brought down to like I'm sorry, it's a 3-turn turn meter, so it's kind of like Hot. It's not good. So next turn he's gonna be able to speed him up. So let's kind of fast forward to the boss. There we go. So we are at the boss at 3 minutes. Okay, so 3 minutes and 23 seconds. That's when we get to the boss. So when we get to the boss, it's really just a DPS race. Like he puts a true fear up. He takes away all the debuffs. So what I should have done was I shouldn't have used all my debuffs on the first turn. Look, I'm like super happy. I'm putting all these debuffs up. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Decrease turn meter right there. We boost up the speed. Put up the counter attack on my little guy, and then put up all these buffs. Then he's gonna go and he's gonna take them all off because I didn't read the skill. So wait till at least like put up one debuff, and then he'll take that off, which is right here, and then he hits somebody, and then put up all the debuffs. So then this turn he would have had all the debuffs up. I would have taken a little more damage. But see how fast he's going? And look, they're attacking the front guy because he's like doesn't have a ton of HP. I don't want to res him because SkullLord res him automatically. Goes in, does some damage. Does his attack, kills the front guy again. Boosts up the speed, res him back up. Goes. And that's like this is one of the easiest fights in Faction Wars. Get a Rosin. If you don't have Rosin fused, definitely get him. He's gonna make it so much easier in Faction Wars. And then so there you go. He really just helped out, boost everybody's speed, make everybody go faster, and he's there to res in case somebody important dies. Like if SkullLord died, we would have resed him back up, then he would have resed up Skullsworn. Decrease turn meter, and then boom. So that's Faction Wars 1. That's just showing you that you can bring 2 level 50 rares into Faction Wars. Now, again, I have a Draco, I have SkullLord. If you don't have those, it's fine. Just bring, let's see who else we can have that. Like Draco really is there just for the little bit of poisons and decreased defense and weaken. But you can see like we would have lasted a lot longer. We weren't almost dead. Like we could have done it a little bit longer. This is all on auto right now. So this is stage level 20, Faction Wars, all on auto. So you can just see that most of the ads, anytime they're attacking, they're going to attack the guy with the lowest health. Happens to be the guy up front. He's got a crap ton of defense for a level 50 rare. You can even put more on him, but he's there just to kind of take the hits. He's the target gun. And again, if anybody dies, Haurspex, that guy, he's gonna run it back up and then boost up the turn meter. Let's get the second wave. Second wave, it's similar. 3 DPSers, 2 guys at CC. This guy has so much resistance. My SkullLord is like 400 resistance, so he's just never getting CC'd. Then we get to the final wave. The final wave is 2 guys that put up block damage, and then 3 guys that put up a crap ton of poisons. So this way, you really just want to kind of kill at least one of these guys before they put up the block damage. I didn't. So we have to kind of get around it. Now Rosin, he's great because he actually takes away that buff. So we'll take it away and then just kill the guy. So that's why Rosin's so good. You want accuracy on Rosin so that way you can actually do that for you. I think his accuracy is around 230 right now. He doesn't get to do it there. But that's kind of one way to get around the block damage is bring Rosin in. I just love this rare. Like once I saw him and I leveled him up to 50, I got all the way up to Faction Wars 21. He made it so much easier. Because you can build your team just so tanky and just have him in there just to res somebody. Alright, cool. So that's the final thing. So you can see that was an auto run, 2 level 50s. If this guy up front dies and SkullLord didn't go yet, you can just use Haurspex to res up the last guy just so you get 3 stars. Again, you're probably gonna do it on manual just for the faction wars, just because if you don't have to do an auto. You really just want to get 3 stars and then move on to the next one. Cool. So that is my. I mean, if you want, he could probably be good in dungeons. Like he'll be good. He's a void, right? So he probably run him in everything. I told you he's got a 2-hit A1. So we needed him for Fire Knight to kind of run in, do 2 hits, boost up the speed, boost up their turn meters, and res them. If they die, you got this guy right here. This guy, speed and faction crypts. He's a arena. So yeah. So that, I mean, yeah, that was the first time we did 2 champions. One video. Let me know what you thought about it. But check these guys out. If you have this guy, I know he's a void, but he's a rare. He's a lot easier to level up and get the 5-star ascension and the books. Like, it's so much easier. Again, if you wanted to do the masteries, just get him a lot of HP. Maybe get down to this one. You probably want to do the turn meter decrease, boost up speed when somebody dies, and then the defense route down to this one. Increases no. This one has a 50% chance to increase turn meter by 15%. Once I found that this is such a good skill in defense for support champions. Like anybody who reses, you want this skill like 100% of the time. It is so good. And then down to this one. Yeah, probably this one. So if you're going all the way down to this tier 6 masteries, get this guy. If not, just keep him at level 50. Do this. And you got Faction Wars 20, Faction Wars 21. So guys, I appreciate it. Click on the video. Let me know what you think about these guys. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We're giving away a free account. Takeover. So guys, good luck with everything and enjoy the rest of your week.